We, the people. Hey guys, it's been a while since I made a video for Wrestling Renegades 1. I was like, I want to make a video for Wrestling Renegades 1. So here's that video. Of course, coming out to the Real Americans theme, We the People. That's my favorite current WWE tag team, if you don't know. Yes, I do like them better than the Rhodes Brothers. Just barely. I like them better than the Shield. I really like the Primetime Players too. But I want to talk about the WWE's tag team division. This past year, the tag team division has really grown a lot, and I see a lot of potential in some of the tag teams, like the Primetime Players. You know, even 3MB. I can look at them and I can say, oh, they got potential if they would just throw away all the goofy stuff. But Primetime Players, of course, the Real Americans have potential. The Usos. I mean, it's nuts, man. There's all these teams right now that are just doing amazing. I mean, like, no joke. I'm not a big fan of the Los Matadors. I think the reason being, I'm not going to chant Olay for anybody unless their name is Sami Zayn or El Generico, aka same person. Because that's the guy who you chant Olay for. I think that WWE should start a storyline. Sami Zayn and not the Real Americans, the Los Matadors, and it culminates at WrestleMania in an Olay contest. Whoever the fans chant Olay for loudest wins. I don't know. Throwing ideas out, but tag team division has really picked up. For a while it was just shit. It was just, we'll give Kofi and some other guy a title. And it's just like, okay, Kofi, Evan, here you go. Evan Bourne has problems with drugs. Like, oh, okay, take him off of you. Put on this guy for a week. Hey, Kofi, you're going to team with R-Truth. Okay, you guys are champions. It's just like Kofi and whoever else they can find, you're going to be the tag team champions. And it's just like, okay. But now you got all these teams, and even in TNA, I should probably bring up TNA, you got Bromance, Bad Influence, you know, Joseph Park, Slash Abyss, and Eric Young. So there's a lot of good tag teams that are coming up, you know. Some of my favorite tag teams, I think the best tag team, like, before this year, like, when WWE's tag team division was sucking, like, it was just terrible, oh shit. In TNA, it was thriving. You had Team 3D, you had Beer Money, you had AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels, and Kazarian in that faction. You had, it was awesome. Especially Beer Money's my favorite TNA tag team of all time. The close second would be America's Most Wanted. If you guys don't know America's Most Wanted is, look them up. TNA America's Most Wanted. They're very good. The Naturals, they're a very good tag team in TNA. I've been watching TNA since 2003, so I know a lot of older stuff. But yeah, really, like, TNA has always had a good tag team division, and WWE at one point was amazing with tag team division. Like in the 80s, they had, like, they had Demolition, they had the Legion of Doom, they had the Honeybees, Killer Bees, they had I don't know, I'm gonna fuck up the name, the Rajaz, I don't know, something like that. They had the Brainbusters at one time in the 80s, you know, so they had all these tag teams. Then in the 90s, you know, they had the Hardys, the Dudleys, Edge and Christian, you know, just all these great tag teams. And even in the, like, Ruthless Aggression era, you had Kane and RVD, Kane and Hurricane, the Hardys, the Dudleys were still together at that time. You had La Resistance, you had Christian and Chris Jericho. I love that tag team. You had Edge and Rey Mysterio, you had Kurt Angle, Chris Benoit, you had Batista, Rey Mysterio. I think up until, like, 2009, their division was really good. Like, I mean, you had, at one point you had Shawn and Cena together, which was, okay. You had a bunch of these really cool teams, Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio, Los Guerreros, of course, Team Angle / the World's Greatest Tag Team, John Morrison and The Miz were a great team, DX, of course, it's Jericho, Miz, and then they finally bit the dust and we got the shitty John Cena, David Otunga for a night, Heath Slater, Justin Gabriel, Kofi Kingston, Evan Bourne, R-Truth, Kofi Kingston, oh, we really care, Jack Swagger, Dolph, yeah, it's just like you really didn't care. It's been for a while, it's just, fuck the tag team division. I mean, the tag team division, I'm really starting to get back into tag team wrestling. Especially the matches with the Rhodes Brothers. They're putting on amazing matches, man. It's just like, wow. But it's awesome. Like, tag team division is very, very, like, it's higher than it has been in the past years. And, you know, I would love to see sometime, I'm not saying anytime, I would love to see, like, the Real Americans, like, go at it with, like, a Hall of Fame caliber tag team, like, I don't know, maybe the Dudleys or the Hardys or something like that, you know, like they come back in and, like, I think that'd be awesome. Cesaro is very good, Jack Swagger is very good, even though he's smoking weed, I mean, he's very good. Like, just look at RVD, he smokes weed all the time, he's very good. But yeah, I mean, really, the Real Americans are my favorite team, just because, Jack Swagger and Antonio Cesaro are not the best on the mic, but they got Zeb Coulter, that mouthpiece. Zeb Coulter is very good on the mic. He knows what he's doing. Much love to Zeb Coulter, too. I mean, he's an amazing manager. And I love watching, like, when the Real American... Usually, I'll be sitting on Twitter when Raw comes on because, you know, we might have a couple good matches. I usually put it down when the Rhodes Brothers come on. Put it down when Daniel Bryan comes on. But when I hear the Real Americans theme play, I put it down, I stand up, I put my hand over my heart, and I say, we the people. Because I get into it. The Real Americans are just so good. I think Cesaro should be dubbed the world's strongest man. And Swagger is not the best technical wrestler, but he's pretty good. And, you know, I would like to see him lock up with Angle and, like, not like a full-blown submission match, but, like, you know, a good match, like, you know, a technical match, because that's what they would do, they would wrestle. And, but, you know, I really do like the tag team division. It's really, really getting better and better as it progresses. I think what brought it back, despite, if you hated the stuff they did because it was, you know, making Kane look like a pussy and making Daniel Bryan look weak or whatever, Team Hell No really saved the tag team division. Whether you like it or not, they saved the tag team division. And, well, whether you hate the skits or you love the skits, I didn't have a problem with them. I thought it was pretty funny. But, they saved the tag team division, really. If it wasn't for Team Hell No, Kofi Kingston and R-Truth would be running around for over 3 years as the tag team champions, and we would all sit here with our handsome face like that. I swear, Team Hell No saved the tag team division. I believe that. And despite what you think about it, it was very good. Very, very good. One match I've always wanted to see, ever since Real Americans got together, I thought, man, what would happen if La Resistance and the Real Americans, two hated heel teams, one hated because they're French and they hate America, and one hated because they're American and they hate America. You know, because the Americans don't know how to live their life and blah, blah, blah. Who would the fans go for? Would they go for the Real Americans, or would they go for La Resistance? Or you can even put the Un-Americans into it against Real Americans. Real Americans, Un-Americans, that'd be better. Who would the fans cheer for? Because they hate these guys because they love Canada. They hate these guys because they make fun of everybody in the U.S. Who would you go for? I would love to see it, because, you know, the Real Americans, Lance Storm, Christian, two very good wrestlers. That's the Un-Americans. Real Americans, Jack Swagger and Antonio Cesaro, two very good wrestlers. It'd be a great match. And I would watch it. I would buy that. If that match was the main event of a pay-per-view, I would buy it. Like, really. The Un-Americans and the Real Americans going at it. That'd be awesome. And if you guys don't know who the Un-Americans are, they had a skit. Well, I wouldn't say a skit. They actually lasted a while. It was a faction, I guess, because there's more than two people. It was Test, Christian, and Lance Storm, who were the Un-Americans, and they came out the ring with an upside-down U.S. flag, saying America sucks, and it was just like, they got heat. And so, I mean, yeah, look up the Un-Americans on YouTube if you don't know who they are. Relatively new viewers who didn't watch back when. I've been watching since I was a baby. Like, so, I can tell you dates of matches that happened in the 70s, because that's how much I was like 6, I started going back watching old tapes. But some of the people who just started watching like 2007 and on, they don't really delve back into history that much. And relatively newer viewers, like from I'd say 2006 to now, they really don't know much about like the Un-Americans or the Dudley Boys or, you know, the Hardys. They really don't know as much because about the great tag teams, because it was before they started getting into wrestling. And I feel bad for a lot of people there. Like, people who are becoming fans of wrestling in 2011, I was sorry for them. So I'm like, you are not witnessing a good tag team division at all. I mean, my favorite tag team in 2010, at the end of it, because it's like, 2010 was just, it sucked for the tag team division mostly, was probably the Dashing Ones. I thought Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre were a good team together. But, you know, really, tag team division is making a huge comeback this year. I personally love it. The Real Americans just blow me away. My favorite TNA tag team is Bad Influence, and for God's sakes, make Christopher Daniels the TNA heavyweight champion in 2014. That needs to happen. He deserves it. I'm just going to say that. Also, if you guys didn't know, you need to go to TNA's channel on YouTube. If you guys don't know, there's a wrestler who's named Curryman in TNA, in the golden age of TNA is what I call it, from 2005 to 2000, I'd say early 2009 was the TNA golden age. And one of the wrestlers' name was Curryman. And it was just Christopher Daniels in this ridiculous mask. He came out and danced weird shit. Well, Curryman's looking for Christopher Daniels because he's met everybody in TNA before, but he's never met Christopher Daniels. So Curryman is trying to meet Christopher Daniels. He sees him backstage. He starts waving, and you know, he gets caught off. But it's really funny, so go check it out. But yeah, you know, anyway, back to the tag team stuff. It's very well done right now. I don't think the Rhodes Brothers should be tag team champions at WrestleMania. I think they should, like, lose the titles, maybe. I wouldn't say at TLC, maybe Rumble would be a good time to take the belts off them, but take it off of them before then. I personally think Cody Rhodes is winning the Royal Rumble. If I was on creative team, Cody Rhodes is winning the Rumble. That's me. If I was making the decisions, Cody Rhodes is going to win the Rumble, and he's going to go on to main event WrestleMania. But they might not want to go in that direction just yet, so, you know, it's up to WWE. But, I mean, I really think that it should be either Cody Rhodes main eventing WrestleMania for the title, or if they don't want to go that route yet, they should have Cody Rhodes, Goldust lose the title belts, have Cody or Goldust, either one, turn on the other, and have Goldust and Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. I'd love to see that match, because Cody Rhodes is amazing in the ring, and Goldust is wrestling like he's 25 years old. It's ridiculous. But yeah, that's my video on Wrestling Renegades 1. I haven't been here in a while, and I figured, you know, why not? Let's make a video. And about the tag team division, because the tag team division is really impressing me as of late. A tag team I want to get more TV time. The Primetime Players, man. Millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. If I had somebody else here, I'd do the thing. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. I am Bronco. This is the Wrestling Renegades 1. We are Renegades, and we stand united. Thank you. Comment, rate, and subscribe, and check out more videos from this channel. Thank you guys for watching. Goodbye.